Hello all, I am Jairam. In a series of providing video sessions on C programming language, in my last session I have discussed about different types of input output functions are available in C programming language. Now in this session I am going to discuss about what are the different types of operations we can perform on files in C programming language. So what is meant by file and what are the different types of operations we can perform or we are used to perform on files in C programming language. So these concepts I am going to discuss in this session. So if you want but my previous sessions, please subscribe my channel Jairam Turrapati and like my videos and encourage me to do more. If you want any of the suggestions and doubt, please comment here in comment section. I shall explain all your doubts without any fail. Now, let's start our session files in C programming language. So before going to this, what is meant by file, or what are the different types of operations we are going to perform we are usually perform on files. So these are the different types of questions or areas when your mind when we come across the term. So let's start the session. First of all, let us know the definition of file first. What is meant by file? A file is a sequence of bytes, regardless whether the file may be stored in a binary format or in a text format. Whether it is a binary file or text file, a file represents a sequence of bytes. Here, bytes, bits, these are words, these are all computer understandable. That's why here a file represents a sequence, not a sequence of bytes, bits, all these. Next, here in C programming provides different types high-level functions and low-level functions to handle files on our storage devices. So here some type of high-level functions and low-level functions are there. Low level means OS level, that means computer understandable. High level means the programming language. We can say programming language here. High level functions means the functions which are we are always written in C program language. Those are called as high level functions. So these are the different types of functions are available there. Next, these high level and low level functions calls to handle files on our storage devices. Next, so in C programmers there are the different types of operations we can perform on files. Usually perform on files. First of all, open a file. How we can open a file? Close a file, read a file, write a file. So these are the different types of operation. Let's see one by one. First of all, first operation is the open a file. How we can open a file means by using the fopen function we can create a new file for writing purpose, or we can open an existing file. How we can open means here understand the syntax I have written. Here file is the keyword. By using file keyword and f open, here open is my operation. I am opening a file, that's why here I am using f open and it is a pointer type. It is using this the file keyword and this is the f open operation. I am opening a new file for writing purpose or opening an existing file to read. Here I am passing to different types of argument, character file name, constant character file name in order to read the file name, and constant character mode. Like here the mode specifies the in which mode I am going to open that file, whether it is reading mode I am opening file, writing mode or appending mode. So these are the different types of modes. Let us discuss these modes one by one. First mode is the reading mode. That means I am opening an existing file for reading purpose. I am opening an existing file for reading purpose. Here R specifies reading mode. Next W specifies writing mode. Here I am opening that file for writing purpose. Next A. Here A specifies appending purpose. That means here I am writing that file in appending mode. That means some type of I want to append, whether it is in the beginning or it is in the last. Next one R plus. Here R plus specifies both to test reading and writing, whether it based on my operation and based on my condition. Next operation is W plus. Here W plus operation specifies it to specifies a text file for both reading and writing. It first truncates the file to zero length if exists, otherwise creates a file if does not exist. That means this W plus operation creates a file for both reading and writing purpose. And if the file is not created, create a new one and write the data into that file. Next one is the A plus. Here A plus means appending purpose. Here if it creates a file, if the file does not exist, and next the reading will start from the beginning but writing only appended. Why? Because here I am appending that A plus, that means here I am appending reading will start from first but the writing only be appended. Appending A plus mode. Here I am opening file in A plus mode. So these are the different types of modes we can open a file. Next, closing a file. So as soon as we open a file, there is a must for close a file. So here is the syntax for close a file. By using the int fclose function, here I am passing the file is the keyword. I am passing the file pointer. The fclose function returns 0 on success. That means that fclose function returns 0 if you close that file, if you close the open file, close this successfully. That means if the fclose function returns 0 if you close that open file successfully and returns end of file or an error if the closing that file is not closed properly or is not closed as per the instruction, then you get an error or you get the end of file error. That means there is some operation missing. That means some closing operation is done correctly. That's why closing operation is done correctly on file. That's why you get an error. Next one, writing a file. That means how can you write into a file. Here it is the syntax. By using the here in my last session I have discussed about input output functions in that class. In that session I have discussed this function called put C, get C, put S, get S. So these are the different types of input output functions. By using put C function we can put the number of characters onto output screen. By using get C function we can get the number of characters from the you can enter the number of characters into the file. By using put C function we can read the number of characters from the file. That's why here my program I am putting some character into file. That's why here I am putting f put C and of type integer type. Next here I have taken integer variable C, and next here if I use the keyboard this is the file pointer points to that file. The function f put C writes the character value of the argument C to the output screen referred by fp. If the successful, that means if the writing of that character value point into a file pointer is successful, we get it returns by fp pointer. That means if we get a success, that file pointer correctly points to writing a file is done correctly, then we get a success. Otherwise we get an end of file error. So here I have written another syntax for f put C function. Here it is the here the syntax is for if you want to write a string to a stream, if you want to write a null terminator string to a stream, then you use the syntax. Here I have written f put C function. Here I have taken constant character string as, that means here constant character strings I am writing onto output screen. Next here I have written a file pointer. By using this f put C function we can put the string pointer to the output stream referred by fp pointer. By using this fp pointer I am putting the number of strings into string. It returns a non-negative value on success. That means we get a positive value if I successfully written the stream of characters by using file pointer onto output screen. I get a success. If not, I get end of file or I get an error in case of the writing operation is not done correctly. That means the string of characters are not outputted correctly onto the output screen. Next, reading a file. How can you read a file? Here by using fgetC function, put C, that means I am getting string of characters into output screen. By using fgetC function I am getting the characters. I am getting the characters from the screen. That means here reading character, that means I am reading. FgetC means I am reading already. I have put some characters by using the writing file. by using the fputc function. Now by using fputc function, I am reading those characters I have put in the putc function while writing a file. Next, here fgetc function, by using the file pointer, I can get the characters by using the fgetc function. Here file pointer points to particular type of data in a C program in that file. Now I am by using that function, I am putting some data, I am reading some values from the that file. Here you can see the observation. Here I have written some point. The fgetc function reads a character from the input file referred by fp. That means the return value is character read, or in case any error, it returns end of f. That means if the return value is character read, if the character read, or if you read the stream of characters correctly from that file, then we get no error. Otherwise, we get end of file error. Next one. Here too I have written another syntax for fgetc function. Here in this function, I am reading a string of characters from the stream. Here I am reading a string of characters from stream. That's why my syntax changed as character buffer. First of all, by using this file pointer reads the n-1 characters from the input stream. That means input stream. It takes n- character from input stream and store that n- characters into buffer. By using buffer, I shall read each character one by one up to it reach null termination. Why? Because here I am reading the number of characters in the string. That's why as soon as the compiler encounters the null terminator string, it stopped reading a file. So this about reading a file, writing a file, closing a file, and opening a file. These are the different types of file operations we often perform on files in C programming language. Next, let's see an example on write operation. Here I have written a small program on how we can write a file or a write operation on file. Here let's see the program first. Here I have included the two standard header files, stdio.h, conio.h. Next, here I have taken main method of void type. Next, here I have taken a file pointer. Next, here by using this file pointer, I am now opening a new file. That means where the location I am opening that file in writing mode. That means I have opened that file in writing mode. First of all, let's understand this path. Suppose in my desktop, here there is a location called tc turbo c and bin. That means bin in text.text. This is the location. In this location, I am creating a new file for the writing purpose. This double specifies in this path I am writing a file. In this path tc bin by text.text, in this path I am writing a file. Here double specifies writing. In this path I am writing a file. Next, by using fprintf function, I am passing this pointer, simply writing these two lines of character. This fprintf function prints the first line. That means this is testing for fprintf. And next by using this fprintf function, I am putting the data into that file. That's why I am passing file pointer here, end of this here, and in this line, that's why I am passing file pointer beginning of the fprintf function. Next, I am simply closing that fprintf function. Next, here for the clarification for getting output correctly, I am using getChar function. So as soon as I compile this program and run this program, I have created a text file in this path. Here let's observe this screenshot right side of your program. Here I have written c by turbo c by tc by bin. In this path I have created a text file. This is the text file. Here understand this clearly. Here test test, here the file notepad, here the test.text, the test file created in this path c turbo c tc by bin. Why? Because here by using this file pointer I have opened this file tc by bin by test.test. Here tc bin by test.txt. In this path I have opened a new file in writing purpose, and by using this fprintf fputs function I printed these two lines. Here you can see, C turbo C by tc by bin, C turbo C tc by bin. In this path you can see there is a test file created here. So as soon as I open that file, here you can observe test notepad here. Test notepad, this is testing for fprintf, and this is testing for fputs. These two lines are I have put in my program as fprintf function and fputs function. That's why this is the way we can put this is the way we can write file operation, we can do file operation, we can do writing operation on files. Next, read operation, how we can read a file. So here I have written a small program on how we can return a file. First of all, here I have included the standard library header files and written a main method of type void. Next, here too I have taken a file pointer. Next, here I have taken a buffer. Why? Because in reading purpose I have put in a number of strings into output stream. That's why here I have taken a buffer value. Next, here by using this file pointer, same here I have opened the file that I have created in the last path. So here I am opening that file here for the reading purpose. Here in this program I have opened this file for what purpose? Doubly purpose, that means for appending test and reading test, both purpose, for reading and writing. Now in this program I have opened the same file for what purpose? Writing purpose. This R specifies I am open that file for writing purpose. Next, here I am scanf, that means here a scanf function specifies the I am just by using this file pointer, I am passing the data in this text file to this buffer. First of all, I am passing this data into this buffer, and next I am just printing that buffer data onto output screen. For the identification purpose, here I am putting the line numbers 1, 2, 3. I am just printing the data. By using this printf function, I am printing all the time. By using this fscanf function, it scans the data and stores the data in a buffer. By using fget function, it reads all the data, and by using fget function, it reads all the data. And by here I have written line numbers in order to identify the file, in order to specify each line by line. That's why here I have putting numbers. Next, I am closing that file. By using close function, I am closing that file. So as soon as I compile this program, here this is this output I have written. Why? Because this. So here you can observe the line numbers 1, 2, 3. This is testing for fprintf. This is testing for fputs. Why? Because here I am reading a file. I am reading a stream of characters. That's why I am opening the file in reading mode. Next, by using this fscanf function, I am scan that file into buffering. That means by using this buffer space, I am stored the buffer. I am storing that file into this buffer. This text file into buffer first. Next, after that, by using the printf statement, I am printing the each value. I am printing the what the data. I am just reading the data by using this read function. I am just reading by the reading operation on files. I am just reading the data from the buffer line by line by putting the numbers before each line in that file. So this is the operation. This is the way we will do reading operation on files. So these are the two different types of operation: write operation and read operation. This is often rarely performed on files. In this session, I am going to discuss about typecast. What is meant by typecast and how compiler performs typecast implicitly and explicitly. So these are the concepts I am going to discuss in my next session. If you like this session, please subscribe my channel Jairam Turlapati and like my videos and encourage me to do more videos. Thank you and all for watching, and thank you all.